Alright, let's see if I remember how to do this shit. I think I have successfully shielded in most locations. Here we go. Let's see. I don't think I've seen Shinigami Valley or Dinosaur Cannon. Dinosaur Cannon! Fucking nailed it! We're starting the night off fucking strong. Dinosaur Canyon. Let me sneak into the broadcast channel as well. There we go. Out of curiosity, should I cancel my Twitch sub to you and do the thing here? Probably. I don't see myself going back to Twitch for a hot minute unless they make some major changes, so... If you feel like monetarily supporting me in some fashion, probably best to do it over here. I don't like talking about the details so transparently, but it is worth mentioning that compared to Twitch's 50% cut, YouTube's 70% is a way more efficient way for you to get me to shitpost with your money, basically. Jesus, tight corners. You get 70% or YouTube gets 70%? I get 70%. Jesus Christ, if YouTube gets 70%, then fucking die. Fuck every part of that. Oh no. I didn't see the reticle, I wouldn't have tried to pass. I guess they threw away their jaws anyway, though. Alright. What are you holding? Oh, that's a way more abrupt corner than I thought. What the fuck? Okay. Active frames. Gotcha. I like honking at people who are sandwiching me to advertise, hey, I don't have any defensive items, please kill me. Nope. No cell. Oh god, you're holding two. Shit. Chris says, I had to teach Nerd Josh how to run cart the other day. That was something. Did he complain about delay-based netcode? At least it's somewhat more fucking manageable. Unlike a racing game. Whoa! That was a crazy pun. What the fuck? Name one fighting game move more active than that. I don't know, that one DP on that one SVG character, where like... No, it wasn't active frames on that. It was that it was invincible for all of its startup and all of its active frames and some of its recovery. That was what was going on with that. Kenji DP maybe. That shit's super active. Tabbing around a little bit to see what people think of this experiment. Griff is trying to slide me in a SOC that hides the vanilla maps, so this server could be literally only community courses. That sounds pretty funny. It says Flame Mew Pack. We'll get there. I'm sure we will. Ooh, Howling Bogs. We played this on Dratcast very recently. Hit me with that shit. Howling Bogs. No! Damn it! No! Boggers. I'm really happy. Literally, I was motivated to host this because I grabbed a new Iran album and I heard the fucking Maisie Metroplex Extended. And I'm like, oh my god, this is literally made for cart. I'm just gonna slide away from the chaos just a little bit. I should have known everyone was gonna try to dump there, though. Okay. Not as nice of a line as I would have liked. Wow, and I also missed the set. Sucks to fucking suck, I guess. Woo! Top path. Let's ruin somebody's fucking day. Yes. Nope. May not be able to fully stop you, but I can at least slow you down a little bit. Can I actually make the, I can, even in shrink. That's crazy. Wow. That's so specific. I managed to miss both the boost ring and the boost pad, though. Hey, gee. Oh, come on. Give me a break. Can I hit the third tier from here? Can probably only... Yeah, get up to the second. Now, let's see... Oh, shit! Fuck! I thought I had air control, and I definitely didn't. This fucking sucks ass. I'm about to fall into the pack. I was hoping for a weird distance-based shoe. Guess not. Can at least try to mid-air jaws somebody. Nah. I did some at a checkpoint spot, though. Yeah. Ow! Julie, bastard. Maybe I should do a mini-ranking for placement that shows names. Like, you see the half-scale, fucking... Oh, Jesus. That fucking sucks! Wow. What a fall from grace. Anyway, you see the fucking half-size rank icons here? I kind of like the idea of a mini-ranking like that on the left side. With, like, player names and shit. So it's a little more obvious at a glance who's, like, near you. Real Battle on Film says, I heard Chianta. I mean, how could I not put the fucking Chianta menu sound in as a horn? That's just objectively too powerful. Somebody said play Mew-Pack. I'll try. Tapping out a little bit. So, I joined a cart server owned by Tyron and got banned instantly. WTF, a Discord ban should not equal you are not allowed to play the game anymore. Sheesh, that was just rude. I didn't ban you because you got banned from the Cart Crew Discord. I banned you because I don't like you! Motherfucker! Get out of my fucking face! Jesus Christ. Fucking talk shit about me and my friends behind my back and generally make an ass of yourself in every public space. And then be surprised when people don't want you around. That's a tough one, Chief. Gonna have to think long and hard about that. Am I the problem? No, it is the server owners who are wrong. Motherfuck. I want this man banned from the arcade! Up! Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on! That line was actually mad clean, and then I immediately fucked up the follow-up drift. Wow, taking the inside route for that. Ballsy. I didn't feel confident enough. I wasn't sure if I had space. That's not going anywhere. Nope. Scared. Cloud idiot. Oh, jeez, what the fuck? Hello there. Well, I was able to recover by slip tiding at least, but Jesus, people really aggressive about trapping those spots, huh? And because it's so easy to see it coming, it's not like it's actually going to catch people by surprise, it's just total area denial. It's a good fake placements though, yeah. It's like, you don't always have to be tricky with this shit. Oh, come on, active frames! Go! Fine, top half, I'll take it. Man. I'm still fucking losing it. A Discord ban should not equal you are not allowed to play the game anymore. Nothing is stopping you from hosting your own server, my fucking man. But if you are universally removed from every public space controlled by, like, many different groups of people from varied backgrounds and walks of life, maybe it's some kind of cue that you should reevaluate your shit. Gecko says, just play with the Brazilians to bootleg the horn mod. Yo, real talk though, something good came from that, I think, which is that another member of the Brazilian community approached me about how to like add those features to mainline, because basically the issue was they had a bunch of customized horns, but like not nearly as much as the 200 pack-in horns, and wanted people to like be able to use their customized meme horns without having to work the commands, which is reasonable. I disagree with removing the stock horns, but like under the terms of the release, they were totally down to do it, and I would have taken that L. It's just that they were super deceptive about that. Oh, hey! It's Isaac Kim, voiced by Isaac Kim. Thank you very much. But another guy approached me like, hey, what would it take for you to get these features into baseline? Let's have a conversation about, oh my god, fucking big man, hero. And the TLDR of the situation is basically that the next horn mod update will ship with an option that rigs random selection to only select between expansion horns if they're available. Oh shit. So like if you turn on the option and you have like 20 custom horns loaded, then all 220 horns will be available, but only the 20 that you have as customs will be randomly selected for a player. And that seemed to me like a completely reasonable compromise. Doesn't remove functionality, doesn't fuck with, like, the fucking creative intent of the add-on or anything, but still allows people to customize. And so that'll be in the next version. It's actually, like, basically mechanically finished. It's just that the next version is actually a complete ground-up rewrite, and so I'm re-implementing a lot of features. And says, God, I hate YouTube chat. Meme chat begins. I got fucking synced. It's been a while since that's happened to me. I'm like genuinely surprised. Kind of forgot they were in the game, TBH. Write me a spec then, bish. I mean, you and I know scope creep is inevitable. Never doesn't happen. Bro, raise the player cap for me, bro, please. I have bad news. There we go. Let's see. That's a lot of randoms, Jesus. Dynamic Donut says, YouTube chat sucks, but that Chrome Theater add-on makes it way more bearable. Yeah, I think Frey is currently writing his own version of that for all major browsers, I believe. He's doing it as a user script. He's actually been streaming a little bit of the dev of it. Twitch.tv/Freyaday. If you want to watch my dumb fuck boyfriend do dumb fuck shit. If you're listening, I love you. Spacey asks, if you lower the player count, do people get randomly kicked? No. You can actually have, like, a server with 15 out of 13 players. It's just that, like, the overfill has to leave before the server will accept new players. What a route. Ascatos. Jesus! Stop being so fucking violent. Don't swear. Don't say swears. I'm trying to hug the wall really closely because it's a little bit harder to get item shot. Oh my fucking god! I literally summoned that banana on top of my head. Oh, I didn't actually hit the pad. What a fucking ricochet, honestly. Man, why is everybody such a fucking bully? Same. Thought I would go a little bit farther outward. That's a dangerous fucking narrow spot to be. I'm honestly surprised I got away with that bump without getting fucking dumpstered. The Amen Break Hornet isn't a thing yet because I haven't released the new update. That's like hell tier, though. But yeah, this server literally exists because I found one of the newer On albums. And I'm just like, oh, this is just the fucking best. There's no way I cannot do this loop. Chimera Tower's from fucking Joker Pack, right? If this hasn't received changes since the last time I looked at it, this is a huge piece of shit in kind of an awesome way. Check out that fucking moderator view on Horns, by the way. I put that in just so I can get a look at how people are using the commands. I want to dramatically simplify the commands in the Horn mod rewrite, but I also don't want to break people's fucking existing memory. So I think, unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck with some of the poor choices that I made. To an extent. Can't even look at fucking chat in this house. Oh, that didn't carry with my momentum at all. Oh yeah, I did load Zero Racer on here, huh? Because I will never stop memeing my commissioned characters into servers. You cannot make me. Honestly, the moment someone referred to my current fucking icon as my Robo-Sona, that was basically it for my fucking sanity. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess that's kind of just what it is, huh? Well, shit. Well. About to go full fucking apeshit on cart commissions, like the fucking drill post about the guy budgeting and spending $5,000 on candles. Please help me budget this, my server's dying. Absolutely had to cut that off, even if it means that I'm in danger for a brief moment here. $5,000 live 2D commission. Literally at this point, I've decided that I would totally just do live 2D. I have to go out of my way for this. Here we go. Like, at this point, fuck it. I'll do the VTuber thing. Because I've realized that I both really like and really don't like being on camera in a way that is, like, both extremely intense in both directions and incredibly fucking schizophrenic. Like, whatever. I guess it's just happening. Support your local artists. Meanwhile, Frey's got a fucking VR headset in there that I've used once, because we don't, like, actually have a proper, oh, hello there. I don't know if it'll actually let you in, but I tried. But yeah, it's just like the logistics of like, he's got the tracking set up in his space. I don't have shit set up in mine, so obviously, you know. Yeah, you know I'm done with this. The fucking banner on this course is really cozy. This is a really dangerous place to be. I'm actually gonna leave this deployed for a bit, just because I really don't want to be without on this section. Ha! I have taken one of your orange slices and you will never recover. Totally fucking up that line, though. Shark asks, if you became a VTuber, how big would your sword be? I think you'd have to invent a classification for three-handers. Yeah, that seems about right. This is a fucking six-slapper, I forgot. Oh, hey, there's a missing object. I didn't see it at first. He says R18. Yes, I hold it with two hands and stabilize it with my massive fucking dick. You got it perfectly first try. You win a signed copy of the new Gay Robot Drama CD. Which is just me making this noise into the microphone for 45 minutes. Oh god, please no, not like this. Let me in! There we go. Easy front run. Signpost! Max volume on claps to bother my housemates as much as possible. Yo, is it just like the shitty viewing angle and color balance on my fucking reference monitor? Or am I basically like invisible on that camera? Like black t-shirt, black jacket, black fucking chair. And right now from this angle with this fucking sun lamp blasting in my eyes, legit looks like I'm just a floating head. Evaluation Summit, I don't think I've ever played here. Your blob of darkness with a face, yeah. Hey, fair enough. Would arms improve the situation? The jacket is cozy, but like... Okay, now I'm a blob with a face and arms. Fuck yeah. Oh god, he's Rayman. Yes. Destroyed! We're not here for maps that are good. You fucking serious? What is this baby shit? I wish I still had my fucking tan jacket. That thing was like super cozy, the one with red lining. But it literally just exploded and split open in the wash, and I haven't been asked to fucking sew it back together yet. Put instant kill music on map results when it's voted on. Let me add that to my to-do list really quickly. Ah, shit, that can't go in host mod though, because the fucking music would blow up the file size. Where's my horn? Did a map replace my fucking... Huh? Because I can't hear it. It's just a weird frequency. Oh yeah, it's the fucking, it's just perfectly fading in. Because it's the fucking Mac Startup chime. Which is a sound, by the way, that is impossible to mix so that it has any degree of clarity on, like, a crowded soundscape like this. Also, didn't they take the Mac Startup chime away in newer Macs? Which is, incidentally, the most depressing shit in the fucking world. Oh wow, you can finish all the way over there? Okay. Do you want to see conflict hell? Hell yeah! Switch to any of Marsh's levels. Hell no. I don't want to know what those fucking complicated as shit maps look like with conflicts. I'm almost certain they just completely fucking fall apart. They actually brought back the noise as an option last year. Huh. Something good happened in 2020. Oh, Jesus. Hello there. Everyone? Well, Code Empress, I made it, despite your directions. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? Hello? Have I played on this before? I feel like I would recognize Tower of Heaven music. Okay, no, I've... never. I have actually, like... So you ever get a creative project where you love the idea so much that you actually can't do it? Because you want to do it justice, and it means you have to get better? Oh my god. What a sequence. That specific thing is me with plans for a Tower of Heaven course that I've had for like a year now. And every time I open Zone Builder, I'm just like, oh, I hate myself. And also, I have no visual creative aptitude of any kind. So I'd basically be starting from scratch. It's not like I don't believe that I can develop those skills, but like, is it worth it when I want to do one specific thing with them? And I think the answer to that is complicated, because I already feel like I should be making more shit with the skills I already have. TBH. Hello, welcome to the cart stream. Just kidding. It's incredibly fucking heavy discussions about, like, working as a creative. I've tricked you all and stolen it. Oh my fucking god. I just didn't hit the button. Shinji says, that shit's me with music. Right? Like, everybody has some discipline, like, especially in, like, anything approaching, like, game dev circles, where it's like, man, I wish I had all of the skills required to do all of my fucking ideas, but the ability to cultivate those skills to the point where I can fully execute on all of my ideas may actually preclude me from having time to execute the ideas. So, oh fuck, we're fucked. Oh god, oh god, oh god, we're fucked. Everybody on film says, Tyrone, give me your honest thoughts. Fighting games really for everybody? I don't believe that. That's complicated. Because I think everything's for everybody. I'm very anti-natural talent. It's not that I don't believe it exists. I believe that combinations of fucking genetics, fucking upbringing, early childhood education, and some weird experience you had when you were 9 that fundamentally altered your worldview, those things are kind of rolled up into a ball and fucking immutable when it comes to, like, the aptitudes that you basically come out of your fucking childhood with like, oh, alright, now it's time for me to figure out what I want to do with my life and what motivates me. Well, what am I already good at? Those sorts of things are like, you come out of that with not a lot of control, but I'm a big advocate for fucking ignoring them whenever possible. And so when somebody asks, like, are fighting games for everybody? I find fighting games fun, even though I don't consider myself to be particularly good at them. But I've also definitely put in an unbelievable amount of time on the genre, basically since the age of, like, 14, 15. Oh god, what the fuck, wrong drift? And so, in a lot of ways, I've been able to get to the fun parts. I think that what it means to play fighting games has changed dramatically fairly recently. Just fucking turning around for the item set. Simply because of, like, the available range of competition has expanded from, like, you and your, like, close friends to, like, you and your local to you and the entire world on a nationally fucking broadcasted stage. I feel like everybody has fucking unrealistic expectations for themselves. And I mean, like, I definitely do, but I feel like I've managed to cultivate the ability to not fucking get distracted or depressed when my desire to become the world's best at everything doesn't pan out because of lack of fucking correctly applied sufficient effort. And all of this is a fairly roundabout way of arriving at the idea that I think fighting games are just like most games, fighting games in general are fun just to fuck with. And that can be your only interaction with them. I know so many people who fucking grinded like Soul Calibur fucking Weapon Master modes. Or, like, literally get all of their satisfaction as part of, like, their fucking low-skill experience with fighting games from, like, learning to do 10 hits in Tekken. And that's valid. Find your fun. And if you take a look at the wider world out there and realize, hey, this shit that those guys are doing, that looks fun, I want to do that. Because that was my gateway with fucking Smash 64. I was, like, playing casually, just with some fucking high school friends for a while. And we happened upon, like, the specific game was, like, Isaiah Falcon versus 358's Fox. And it was just, like, the most systematic, stylish, impressive, fucking fluid demolishing we'd ever seen. And we all realized immediately, oh fuck, there's so much more to this shit. And that was basically what kicked off, like, a decade now of, like, fucking around with fighting games in various capacities, you know? Like, so the ultimate fucking problem, like, The issue with, like, having fun with fighting games is that if you hate losing, if you, like, really fucking hate losing, then you either have to put in shit tons of work, or you have to be very careful to find people who are on the same skill level as you. And finding people who are at the same skill level can be fucking hard, but, like, learning how to do fucking I-know combos is also hard. Because I've always, like, my best experience with fighting games, and I've actually been meaning to write a little bit about this, because I think the absolute best the genre gets is when a new game releases, or, like, all of your friends pick up a new game, and nobody knows anything. That is, like, if you have ever experienced anxiety in your life about not being able to commit to a fighting game and, like, grind and become what you consider strong, IMO, fuck it. Because, like, fighting games are most fun when nobody fucking knows how to do anything, and it's a process of collaborative discovery. Remember, like, early Marvel? Early Marvel 3? When every character was played and nobody knew how to do fucking jack shit? That game was awesome! I played on Xbox Live on 10 delay and I was having the time of my life. With my unbelievably shitty fucking Trish Capam Morrigan team, where I played Morrigan Anchor literally solely for the X Factor Crouch Light Infinite in Astral Vision. Because I found that shit and I'm like, oh my god, this is the best ever. And I got so much fucking hate mail and I stole so many games with it, and I was having the best time ever. I feel like the desire to become strong causes people to short-circuit the process of discovery a lot. Like, people will immediately, like, start labbing out their fucking optimal confirms in every situation, and they don't feel like they're able to quote-unquote play the real game unless they can convert every touch into a knockdown and okay, stuff like that. And I've definitely been afflicted with that kind of thing before, where, like, especially if you have fucking knowledge from another game, the idea that, like, I would be winning if I had just put in the work to do X or Y, it fucking sucks. It's crushing sometimes, especially, like, if you got an ego. Which is, like, that's not a value judgment. Everybody's got a fucking ego sometimes. I think there are a lot of ways to have fun with fighting games, is basically what I'm trying to get at. And I think forcing yourself into the mindset that you have to, like, that you have to compete, that you have to become strong, and that has to be what motivates you, is why people burn out on a lot of games. It's okay to be shit and be comfortable with that. Cultivate the ability to lose gracefully without worrying. And I think a lot of things, not just fighting games. What the fuck? A lot of things, not just fighting games, become a lot easier to approach. And yeah, Isaac is fucking taking third in, like, stacked exhibitions and still just does random shit like fucking jump back, assault forward pogo, and it counter hits people who've been playing the game for years. Like, whatever. This is such good voting music. What the fuck? I think being comfortable with losing basically requires you to be getting something else out of your game. And that means that you kind of have to already have, or to, like, flirt, you gotta flirt with cultivating a mindset of, like, really appreciating, like, observing the pieces of the system interacting, really, like, getting hype for discovering shit and learning things in pieces and taking what you can from every game. And that's fucking hard. Especially if you play anime. Like, straight up, if you play Air Dashers, sometimes it feels like you learn nothing from your losses. Like, you just fail to get out of pressure, 8 knockdowns in a row, and that's your game. And it's like, well, shit, I guess I should have blocked correctly, or known the option select that I'm supposed to use to get out of that. And, like, that plus stuff like a distinct awareness of bad netplay conditions. Like, fucking rollback netcode is so fucking important just because it stops me from fucking going completely batshit crazy over, like, that shit wouldn't have worked if we were playing the game correctly. I fucking can't play Under Night right now because I play players who are, like, way better than me and have a way better understanding of the game. And there is no defense against fucking Ori 6B in 4 frames of delay. You just get hit randomly. Like, literally, I'll get wins with that character, and it's like, oh, I'm not learning anything because they literally can't correctly defend against this like they know how to do. Fucking makes you crazy having to think about external factors like that. And of course my mindset is like, netplay is netplay, and I think it's good to be able to take it for what it is. But I'll have to admit that after attending CEO Otaku and Frosty Faustings shortly up thereafter, I want to go to fucking tournaments so goddamn bad, guys. It's insanity. What the fuck? I need to go to tournaments. I need to go to arcades. I want to watch live music, and I need to fucking see my friends. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Eep says, Tyrone, what are your fucking furry cart streams turn into deep philosophical podcasts about the very nature of gaming's role in humanity? Because this is the most frivolous thing that I do, I think. And every time I open up this game, there's a little part of me that has to justify, like, hey, what are you fucking doing with this? And the answer, I think, the real answer is that, like, play is what the rest of your fucking life is, like, building into, you know? Every minute I can live here and not out there is a victory against the fucking world and against systems that I feel like I had no part in creating that are designed to fucking beat the shit out of me constantly. I want to live here because it gives me a satisfaction that I don't get other places, and that's enough of a justification for me, but, you know. Fucking society, man! Fucks with your head. Always feeling like you gotta accomplish something with your time, you know? I gotta be good at fighting games, or why even bother playing? The answer is because fighting games can be fucking fun. Fighting games are the best! This is the slowest start ever. My god. Friction is a nightmare. Keek says, the KAC always helps remind me that fighting games are fucking fun, but this year specifically, I've been thinking a lot about Discovery specifically because I think Super Variable Geo might be the most fun I've had with a fighting game in an unbelievable amount of time. Because it was essentially 5 continuous hours of the shit that I realized I love the most distilled. Going into shit not knowing anything with people who also don't know anything, and just exploring. Fucking observing fucking anomalies and solving puzzles to arrive at, like, the fucking weird situations that SVG allowed for, you know? There's something to it, I think. Because I used to really beat myself up over, like, oh, you bought Dragon Ball for full price and then played it for a week, and you still suck at that game. Other people are fucking able to grind without bitching about the netcode. Why don't you? Don't you want it bad enough? Don't you want to be fucking good? Don't you want to be worth something? The answer is that, like, man, when people started getting super good at fucking Dragon Ball, or even, like, moderately good, when the game started feeling like it was solved to an extent, I was like, eh, I don't necessarily know if I care anymore. Did I get my fucking price of admission? Eh, maybe not. Probably shouldn't have bought that game full price. Same for Street Fighter V. But, you know. I hope this doesn't sound like fucking, completely alien raving. Cart, inevitably a backdrop for me to basically just unhinge my jaw and go, "Ah!" about video games for 4.5 hours. That's a crazy set. And now I'm watching fucking Dragon Ball again because Raito has been, like, posting clips of insanely fucked up Super Dash mix-ups. And I just fucking laugh my ass off every single time a Super Dash does a fucking 200-degree turn and hits fucking opposite side. I hope this is worth it. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, I didn't know! What the fuck? Okay, so I'm not the only person who died to that fucking pit. I'm not gonna do, like, turn-by-turn critiques of these as I go, because, like, critique is heavily colored by, oh, what the fuck, that was bullshit, now I'm not winning. And I'm not really devoting my full attention to things right now, I will admit that. That happens sometimes. Like, streamer brain problems are real. Trying to maintain a conversation while, like, devoting your attention to, like, playing well in a video game either makes you look like the worst video game player on the earth or makes you sound like the least articulate fuck on the planet. That's a phenomena that I didn't believe in until I started doing this. I'm like, oh, no, absolutely. Sometimes two things compete with your attention in exactly the wrong way at exactly the wrong time. And the result is complete madness. God damn it. Okay. Will says, that's me, the least articulate fuck on the planet. Hell yeah. Yeah, I forget Isaac doesn't actually fucking play this game. What are you doing here? Wow. Maybe I should play Kaho for a bit if these courses are gonna fuck up my life. I keep forgetting Shinji's pack is fucking Yuzu! And yeah, Ryogi's fairly recent as well. Alright. What is a fucking good color for this character? Always works, never fails. Goops asked us, when do they rotate like that? Moai Mansion updates a lot. I forgot I added this as a horn. This is the oldest fucking meme ever. By the way, I'll just say it now. Maybe stop recommending people Moai Mansion when all they want is camera tilt and interp. Fucking Bird exists. Moai Mansion has so much weird shit in it. I'm using Moai because, like, I know what the fuck is going on. But it's weird to me that it's the default recommendation. Like, you tell beginners to get this game and they're like, oh, by the way, get the fucking unstable bleeding edge build. Whoa, whoa! Hello there. Also, regarding the memory leak shit, I feel like I have gotten out of memory like twice in my entire fucking history with this game. An unfortunate Lua processing error occurred in the EXE itself. Did I fucking summon this error? That's awesome. That's the fucking best. Did the server just explode? I bet it exploded. Alright, let's see. Everyone in NetGame says it died. Taking a look. Okay, it looks like it should be coming back up. Milky Way is a server killer, huh? Yeah, I might move it to the broken category if it's actually, like, killing servers. I'll have to make a note of that for myself. Move Milky Way to broken category. Yeah, because Jart does have an internal broken category for files that should be published on the repo, but it shouldn't be used in any of my servers. Thalia asks, what is the required ping to make this game stable? Any ping can be stable. It's ping variance is what makes the game control like shit. High ping will delay your controls, but the worst thing ever is inconsistent ping. So if your ping is flying around all over the place, play on places as close to you as possible and make sure you're always using a wired connection for anything. Like, legit, do not use wireless for anything ever. It literally always performs worse than wired. Oh, but my parents won't let me run cables. Move. Oh, but I'm 12 years old and I can't be legally independent yet. Don't. Just don't be 12. I run 200 feet of Cat 6 from my room in the basement upstairs to our router. Fucking tacked along the walls and ceiling. And it looks good, too. We fucking did a good job. Like, legit, cable staples and fucking tacks solve a lot of routing issues. And if you're concerned about the holes because you're renting or whatever, you can fill that shit in super easy before you leave. I literally can only plug in my Ethernet cable to one system at a time. Get an Ethernet switch! They're like $20 and turn one port into 8. Alright, let's see if I can actually finish a race with Kaho. Chris says, I'm glad that my stream buffered for when you said don't use Wi-Fi, as I realize I'm using Wi-Fi to watch you. Legit. Yo Battle on Film says, Tyron, I swear to God I have cursed fighting game starts. First fighting game in Tekken, for that matter, was 4. Wasn't 4, like, okay? I don't know a lot about Tekken. Tekken seems like kind of an impenetrable series to me. I don't really have a character that, like, does it for me. Like, I must play this character because they're the best. Even Elisa, who you'd think would be, like, maximum bait for me, doesn't really, like, play or move or feel the way that I want my characters to feel. Paul is funny, that's almost, like, enough, but, you know. Oh, Jesus. Hello. Trying to get out of the way of that as soon as possible. Whoa, that was dangerous. Bonk. Well, I guess when I inevitably get hit in this clusterfuck, I can... God damn it! Fucking shut up. I hate it here. Wow. Single Orby, huh? I'm not sure if I agree with that. Why do I say words, etc.? Alright. This is a 3-lapper, so... Oh my fucking god! Immediately punished for trying to stack and Vince and grow. Alright, well it'll never happen a third time, right? Fucking Hue cooldown is still running. What is happening? Can someone help me? Oh, God. The trees are solid, okay. I'm playing fucking 2-3. I need items to pass on this map. Fuck. So on that note, hold on, there we go. I think it is worth mentioning that I had an idea for a fun little tweak to Eudoro recently. I think if you get an item stolen, you should just immediately sneaker boost forward. Solves the issue where people fucking line up for shortcuts and get queued at the last moment. Kind of softens the blow of getting an item stolen, but still provides interesting ways for it to fuck you over. If you're like super reactive about it, you might be able to gain time. I think it could be pretty cute. That's why would you RTV Vanilla Hotel? Because I'm here to play shitty maps. That's what I'm fucking... That's why I made this server. I'm probably gonna cop that fucking SOC that hides vanilla maps. We should try hell next. God damn it. Who could rectangle tapper 42069 be? It's a secret to everybody. I've noticed how much louder I talk when I'm streaming versus when I'm fucking doing voiceover. Like, I have absolutely no fucking idea why, but I cannot do, like, I cannot hit the fucking, the particular kind of vocal delivery that I hit on stream while I'm reading my own scripts. I don't fucking understand. So I want to experiment a little bit more with doing like voiced content on YouTube after that fucking I think the weaving guide was a nice proof of concept for a production workflow that didn't make me want to fucking die. I want to add like a prisoner's dilemma to hell map voting, where if everyone picks random, you still get hell, but if only one, okay, fucking whatever. But if only one, if everyone picks random but one person, that remaining person will always have their map chosen. Sounds like a good way of getting people mad at each other. They're saying that was a good guide. Huh. I'm glad. I did get a little bit of help from Hitbox Dimension 14 players for refining some of the structure. But it was mostly just a pretty slapdash, hey, here's how I understand this thing. Let's come up with one or two visuals to explain what the fucking GCD and animation lock actually are. This is an abomination. You know you love it. And hey, this is still more acceptable to play on than like 95% of popular net game servers right now. The game's not even fucking recognize. Oh, why didn't I finish? Why don't you love me? Why are you so fucking cruel? Okay. Twill says, just use your stream voice on recordings. That's the thing, when I'm speaking like this, it feels very natural to me. I don't know how to do it. It's fucking weird. The other thing is that I don't think for the most part, when writing for instructional shit, I don't write in the way that I speak. I'm not writing in my voice, I suppose. Because my voice involves a lot of fucking distractions and pointless bullshit associated with fucking conveying information to people quickly and concisely instead of being a fuck. Battle on Film says, waiting for the Kusoge where if you hold back and forward, you walk block automatically. Armjo. Except you don't strictly block. You like do the fucking, I think you do like the instant fucking guard cancel alpha counter shit. Czar found that. It's fucking broken. Basically means you can only get opened up by throws because nobody has fucking decent grounded overheads in that game except for police. Eva asks, map conflict Cheetos? No, this is just something with Jack's backported models that he slid me for testing. I should probably remove this specific model. Open to door. Oh no! Wow, I actually lived? The fuck? What are those made of? Gecko says, no, it blocked the overheads too, remember? Nah, it blocked a jumping attack that wasn't an overhead. Because Armjo. Fucking some characters, jump hard kick, just being a mid for no reason. Yes, really. Be sure to stimulate the stream environment and compart them with a teleprompter styled like your chat. Maybe. Honestly, I think the majority of it is that I just don't write for the most part, like when I'm writing instructional stuff, I don't write in a way that can possibly feel natural to fucking speak. It's just, like, maybe it's about equal parts performance and fucking writing issue, but I don't know. It's something I'd like to experiment with a little more, I think. As much as YouTube is a fuck, and as much as I prefer writing text guides, or just in general text content, to absolutely anything involving fucking procuring B-roll and recording fucking my own voice, there's merit to it. Some things do need visuals, and some people do learn better that way. I honestly think the choice guide format is a fucking combination of, like, mostly text with images and videos to explain key points, but some people really do absorb information better if it's presented entirely, like, via audio, so... fuck it. It's impossible to do anything correctly, so just do it the way you think is right and don't worry about it. Okay, I should have just deployed instantly. That road is so narrow. There was no way I was surviving. Like, that was just objectively a poor decision. Ah! I wonder. Nope! There's a bit of drag to it. I think those have physics, like... I mean, obviously they have physics, so you wouldn't be able to launch, but, like... I misjudged how strong the fucking slope actually was. Billy asks, AJ, do you still like Eve on a character design level? Have you seen, like, the Code Empress third job? I have maintained this for the longest time. I think the Motherfucker! I think the Elsword character designs are actually, like, insanely good. Like, it bothers me that some second jobs just visually look worse than the first job's IMO. Free Combat Ranger, but, like... I think overall the game, in its assets that don't have anything to do with actually looking at the game, it's pretty visually appealing. Like, hold on. Let's go to fucking LWiki, which is hopefully still up. And view image. Okay, this is gonna be Giga Crust. There we go, we got the right image. Look at this shit! Attacking my life points fucking directly. Eat a fat dick, that is ridiculous. It looks so good. Are you shitting me? Like, seriously. Dungeon Fighter Online getting a fucking fighting game that has, like, Arxis and aiding involvement? Like... Imagine fucking Elsword as, like, approached by fucking Arxis Red. Imagine the actually really strong character designs and pretty interesting fucking toolkits actually approached by a company that wants to make a video game instead of a fucking machine designed to convert suffering into money. Oh! Okay. Novato says, talk about Elsword, I'm looking at Kurzpell. Gameplay's in my alley, but heard some really mixed feelings about it. What do you think? So I played Kurzpell for a while on launch. I don't know how much it's been refined since then, so, like, a lot of my opinions are outdated. But, like, okay, so the netcode fucking sucks ass, and it requires the same, like... There's an issue, basically, where, like, melee weapons are, like, weapons that are, like, by design harder to get in with and, like, have to suffer ranged attacks while they're, like, looking to run their game plan. They're given what's basically passive armor as part of, like, just the way they function. Like, you don't take hit stun from certain attacks, usually, like, light non-committal projectiles, that you would if you were taking the same attacks with, like, a ranged weapon out. This is a fine system. The problem is that it's poorly surfaced in-game without a lot of visual or audio feedback, and it's almost indistinguishable from your attacks just not actually hitting at all, because the netcode is not very good, and the client is almost completely trusted 100% of the time. It's... I mean, like, it's free. Give it a look. But IMO, it's harmed by a lot of KRMMO craft, not particularly technically well put together. And the gameplay, because of weird feedback issues and, like, basically the entire stamina system felt very, like, lame and runaway heavy, like a lot of arena fighters fall prey to. Like, I swear to God, Gundam is the only fucking game series that I feel like has ever gotten this right, like Gundam and Sword of Dissidia, by just giving everyone really fucking good ranged attacks. Because just holding the control stick away from your opponent is so good in almost every arena fighter. You guess, what dev do you want to back ASW up on Elsword versus Thanos Car, like aiding with DFO? That's tough, actually. Because there's nobody in the game for, like, platform fighters besides, like, I don't know, give it to the fucking Rivals of Aether team. Let me see what they do in conjunction with ArcSys, with that property. That shit would be ridiculous. Heidi War Anvil says, Smash ripoff Elsword. Rivals is better than Smash. Not in every way. But in a lot of ways, Rivals' gameplay design feels a lot cleaner and more elegant to me than, like, Smash of basically every era. Like, not even the recent games, which I'm not playing a lot, but, like, games that I like a fuck ton. He says, I didn't know you actually wanted a platform fighter. I figured you were just thinking a traditional fighter. That's the thing. I think my answer is those guys regardless. Although, if you want the funniest shit ever, can you take a moment with me and imagine David Serlin's Elsword 2? Just wanted to, like, let that live in your head rent-free for the next 10,000 years. Of course you knew, it was so easy, but, like, what if? Man. I guess, like, cause fucking... What indie fighting games have I played recently where it's like, alright, every part of Lab Zero that isn't Mike Z, I guess? If I wanted to pick, like, a team that I really trusted with, like, traditional fighters. Large awakenable text when you get hit meaty with an orb up. Jesus. I feel like I missed something in chat answering fucking the Elsword developer question, by the way. So, if I ignored your shit, please feel free to repost it. Actually, I can scroll up, I think. Let's see. Mega Penguin asks, you still have your Elsword account? No, I gave it to a friend so they could get all the items off it and put them to good use, and I believe the password is now changed, and I haven't really pursued what it is. See, Fantasy side says it's better than Shung having Mikai's super as a normal attack. I mean, it does cost meter. It's just it's not very much meter at all. This is good. That's super appropriate. Like, okay, Chung is fucked up and evil, and he has the most annoying normals in the game. But heavy stance is actually kind of a cool concept. Like, the idea that, like, at various points in strings, you have, like, guard point follow-ups. And, like, there are a lot of different ways to use those, but they're not guaranteed. Like, if you trigger a guard point, as, like, the attacker in that situation, you still have ways to get around the follow-up depending on the choice they make, because it basically puts them into a stance. It's not like an automatic pickup. Like, for the duration of heavy stance, it kind of modifies, like, how they deal with incoming attacks and shit. And so, like, you can punish stance. It's just that you have to, like, be pretty inventive about the way you blow through, like, the armored follow-ups and like how you bait buttons out of the stance. God, it's an L-sword conversation. We've strayed far from God tonight. Yeah, I think like the cast is like legitimately like interesting and divergent enough with like appealing fucking visual design that like if anybody wanted to create something good with that, instead of just making shit tons of money by feeding on people's psychological imbalances, I think there's a lot to be done there. Sharkcast, I feel like I already asked in a past stream, but who do you play in Rivals? Claren's my favorite, Zetterbrand's my best. I also have an unbelievably shitty Reno that I literally just play because I like back air. I don't play fucking space animals in any game but Rivals. And it's because, like, the Wolf Fireball, in title case, is the most privileged shit ever, even if getting around it when it's fucking used carelessly is the easiest thing in the world. It's just, like... I don't know, fucking character has, like... good punish game, fucking neutral defender tools, doesn't really feel weak in any situation where he's actually on stage, but still has the crippling weakness of recovery, so I can John when I lose. Just kidding. Oh god. Nope. I made a mistake. I did not actually have the turning radius to do that. Oh well. Well. Chris says, oh yeah, since I picked it up recently to try out the Rivals card game. That's not typically my cup of tea, but I definitely double-checked the fuck out when I saw card leveling. Maybe that's an unfair analysis, and I'll probably give it a poke at some point, but it's not really high on my priorities. Real Battle says, anyone remember Earthromancer with the Kai Bunny and Suit Fox? Dude, that game's trailer, where they literally devoted like a 15-second cut to just scrolling the names of every advanced technique along the screen like a credits roll. Fucking... You don't have to have esoteric technology to create a game in which movement is fluid and fucking player interactions are like fucking constantly different fucking divergent scrambles. It doesn't have to be locked behind 17,000 buttons. I promise. Oh my god, they're beach balls. Yes! The tumbleweeds are beach balls! Wow. In a fighting game genre that has a notoriously hard time with balancing heavyweights. Yeah, I think this is still about, like, Chung. Because, like, I actually think... Like, from the perspective of, like, we want to make a character who feels, like, kind of slow and unwieldy, but feels like they have, like, threat and power behind each one of their fucking tools. And heavy stance felt like a really appropriate way to do that. Hell, fucking, like, look at PM Bowser. The solution to that character was basically just to make him a fucking giant and then give him armor everywhere. Ow. Keek says, movement can just be good. Even more unthinkable, frame data can just be good. You can just have moves that are, like, not punishable in literally every situation where they connect. Can you tell that I'm mad about both L canceling and fucking crouch canceling? Dude, have y'all looked at, like, Rushdown Revolt? That's a cart stream still. Always fighting games. Is this the actual FGC retirement home? Fucking Rushdown Revolt has, like, directional blocking, but it also has some of the most fucked up visuals I've ever seen, and, like, a mechanic that makes turbo mode seem relatively reserved. Chris says, tournament standard for PM is auto L cancel, which is good. No shit, really? That's awesome. Like, as somebody who is, like, well past that execution wall, like, I don't habitually miss shit. That's still awesome. Crittler says, I wish Overwatch didn't happen to game dev and people who make art for games. Yeah. Icons just, like, seeming like they cribbed all of the fucking Overwatch shit when it comes to, like, interface design. And then, like, straight out of the gate, like, early access game, fucking $30 loot boxes. That was like, man, you could not have fucked up your launch any harder. I'm not an expert, I don't know how to fucking launch games, but, like, what I saw there was not good. As someone who was, like, willing to fucking fall over themselves and excuse untold amounts of fucking, like, ecosystem level problems because the core gameplay and, like, the integrity of online play was intact. Gecko says they have HNK boost in 360 directions. HNK boost in one direction is fucked. Yeah. Mara says, Rushdown Revolt was fucking crazy in the gameplay department, but it's still Icons 2. I have a burning hatred for Icons' art style. Rushdown Revolt is the worst looking game I've played recently. Like, obviously this comes tempered with, like, I'm sure everybody working on that game is good at what they do. Sometimes things just happen in the organization of large projects that require weird shit. Things don't fucking mesh in the way you intended, or you have to rush shit. Or, like, pieces that you intended to work together turn out to not, or need last-minute adjustments, whatever. So, like, I never want to shit on fucking developers, because even releasing anything at all is, like, a tremendous task. Oh, God. Oh, there it is. There we go. Love that spot. But, like, I don't... It's unwatchably busy for me. Never mind the fact that they, like, changed Zerong's design, both in terms of gameplay and in terms of aesthetics, to one that I like less. But, like, the environments still don't feel fucking cozy to be in. Characters still look fucking sinfully ugly. And now there's, like, layers and layers of incredibly fucking disruptive and distracting fucking hit lighting and effects on everything. Nah, I thought I could get that in time. Oof. Bonk. Real Battle on Film says, I want a fighter that goes all the way with CVS 1 or Tekken 4-like presentation. I love CVS 2, but CVS 1's fucking, like, menu presentation and shit is so strong. It's so neat. Talia says, do you plan on checking out Friday Night Funkin'? It's pretty short, but weirdly gives a sense of 2007 nostalgia for me. I feel like a lot of this, like, I was a Newgrounds audio portal kid. I like hung out on that site, lived and breathed it for a bit, but like, rhythm games are way too close to my heart as like an experience where I'm really discerning about fucking quality of gameplay. And FNF just does not look like a good rhythm game. I heard like, okay, keyboard controls aren't rebindable. Not really overwhelmingly a fan of a lot of music I've heard. The fucking charting doesn't look particularly interesting. It's like, no note speed settings. Oh yeah, that's fucking shit. That is shit garbage. Like, obviously, like, you make a game, you've gotta, like, fucking draw the line somewhere. Like, you can't put everything in. There need to be fucking limitations associated with the project scope. It's just that, like, some of the things that didn't make it in are things that are important to me. If I want to actually, like, invest myself in a rhythm game at all. I hit that shot. Ooh, God. Bad cornering. Very shitty. Wong. Hey. Stop. He says, live and die by feature creep, that's my scope. I'm working on fucking an SPB attack, like, comprehensive rewrite. And I was like, oh, this'll just be a weekend project to test out Lua IO libraries, and it's been 2 months. And it feels like closer, but not necessarily close. Drops that kill software. Also, just like, is it weird that conceptually the call and response, like, premise of FNF feels weird to me? Most of the charts that I've seen, even on, like, what's labeled at the hard difficulties, just have broad stretches every fucking measure where you're just doing fucking nothing. Which says, the SPB attack rewrite looks sick, by the way. I'm so excited for it. Man, the scope of that shit went completely fucking bonkers to the extent that I no longer, like, it's no longer even remotely in control. That's one of those to-do lists that keeps getting longer even as you continue to check things off. But, like, I can't wait to fucking be done with it. Because I think there's some neat stuff there. Okay, I have to know. The palette conversion on this is awesome, by the way. It just looks like she has, like, broken glass for teeth. Eeb says, coincidentally I found Funkin' yesterday and I played 3 charts and liked it, but then again I am a total greenhorn in rhythm games, no expectations or preconceptions going in. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is awesome. And yeah, no, it's legit. That's fair enough. It's insane to me that I feel even remotely lucid for the fucking experience of playing this. Oh, that's solid. Isn't that just Undertale? There's at least one GIF on these fucking walls that does not seem like this particular anime girl. You see it, don't you? talking about? I did Friday Night Funkin's hard charts first try, but to be fair, I didn't FC them. FCs are weird because, like, on low difficulty charts, I feel like the primary thing that makes me miss is not the chart, but just like my attention flagging because I'm not having any fun. Oh, good. It's like it's so hard to fucking pay attention to a chart that's like too far below your skill level. Unistel too. Nah, Unistel is in an entirely different category. This is like actually trying to be a course. Unistel has forced spin out at the end. Fucking... That's a completely different kind of thing. Alright, I'm gonna spectate for a bit. I'll see you guys in like 2 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves, or don't. I'm not your dad, I hope. Hey there, I'm back. What's up? I guess as long as we're talking about rhythm game shit, hold on. Let me find this. I am too rusty to like pull this off at will anymore, but let me find this shit. And I really... Oh hey, it's back when I didn't know how to use a microphone. And I This is about where I was. Just like as a reference. Alright, let me jump in fucking 15 seconds late. GG's, Runa. Thanks for playing. I don't play rhythm games at that level, like with that level of fucking required speed anymore, because it did a number on my hands. I was as careful as I could possibly be, never played through pain, and always, like, minded my limits, but something happened. It might have been a complication with my OI, and the end result is that I lost a lot of range of motion in my left hand specifically. That's been getting a lot better recently. I've been, like, both, like, coordinated fucking work on, like, grip strength and range of motion with, like, shitty 5-pound fucking baby dumbbells, and, like, a little bit of fucking anti-inflammatories here and there have helped out a lot, but it was still pretty drastic. It fucked up my life really badly for a bit, and I'm very wary of going back to anything involving that degree of physical strain for long periods of time. It does make me kind of upset, because as far as I can tell, during that time I basically followed all the rules for not fucking up your body, and still managed to hurt myself. I do think in the end it was probably a complication with my bone condition, but there's not exactly a lot of writing on that subject, huh? So yeah, that's where I was at one point. Not there anymore, but like, when I hear people talking about like, oh, this chart in insert casual rhythm game fucked me up so badly I can't even read it. It's like, that happens to me too, but my standards for what constitutes an interesting track, especially when it comes to specifically like 4-key Stepmania style shit, might be a little different. Andrea says, I wish Ron still made Groove Coaster controllers. Dude, if Groove Coaster Steam was just a little bit better, I'd be playing that shit right now. Actually fucking can't figure out how badly they fucked up timing, but it never feels right. I think it might just be because like ad-lib noises are gonna be hard to sync to begin with. Even on arcade, Groove Coaster timing feels a little bit wobbly. But it's at least like, it's something you can adjust to and feel consistent with after about like a credit. I need to play the Switch version, actually. I haven't gotten my hands on that. And I've heard it's considerably better for timing while also having, like, some content that the Steam version doesn't. As well as a completely different menu theme, as I understand it. Ooh, nice shot. I should have just fucking detonated as soon as I heard the throw, but I didn't react quickly enough. Oh! Wow, that armed on its own. I thought I was clean the whole way through. Okay, so speaking of rhythm games, I just wish Tunathan was somewhere even in my country. Dude, Twill swears by that game. I seriously want to play it eventually. I think the most recent game that, like, Round 1's got, that's, like, super new in terms of rhythm game shit. It's like, some Round 1s have, like, the lightning cabs for 2DX. And then, like, a lot of Round 1's got Waka. Which is awesome, because it's like, oh, this is a rhythm game featuring almost exclusively music from my favorite group of fucking electronic producers on the planet. Whoops. All bait. And it's a fun game, for sure. But, like, the particular physical layout of the machine, on, like, forward swipes, I always ended up punching the screen. It was very difficult to stop myself from doing that. You stream from the washing machine? The washing machine is my. Or Waka, yeah. But I think my is the one that people traditionally think of as, like, washing machine, because it actually just straight up looks like a washing machine. Waka has that same shape, but you remember it more for the gigantic RGB peacock feathers that are the fucking lighting panels. He's got a cute girl with RGB hair as the mascot. And VTubers now, I guess. Delia says, I got my new computer a few days ago, but I'm already burned out on playing games a bunch. Normal? Yeah, I think so. There's like kind of a honeymoon period when you get new hardware, where you're like, alright, let's see how hard I can push this. Let's see what I can do now that I couldn't do before. But like, in the end, your preferences and like your tolerance for like the amount of fucking time you're gonna spend at the PC are largely the same. They didn't change once you got the new hardware. I think that's pretty normal. Chris says, even Groove Coaster has VTubers now. Dude, fucking... So every time I can get to a round 1, it's always for like 1 or 2 days maximum. And there's always like an event running on at least one game I care about, where it's like, oh, you can get this fucking Toho character as your navigator. All you need to do is play 25 credits today. Because as opposed to the people who will be coming back to this arcade like fucking a couple times a week for like a month during the runtime of this event to play like 1 or 2 credits on all their favorite games. You're playing it all tonight. 9-hour bender. Fuck you. Tried to interpose, didn't quite work out. Oh well. See, those ones are fine, because they don't have a model associated, I guess. I need to double check what model this actually is and just ditch it from the pack, I think. Because these are supposed to be like Mania Blue Spheres. It's just my model backports that make them look strange. Hey, same hat. Oh, you got another one. Shit. That was the best move! I slid right the fuck out of the way of that shit. You see that? I'm like, nah. None of that. Oh, jeez. Can I interpose? Yes! Oh, it's so satisfying. Nah, out of here. I'm the fucking best! I'm so cool. I'm out of water. Fuck it. That's interesting. Wave tables turn fast. Don't bully English Linka. I have a soft spot for, like, the fucking navigator character trope. The enemy. Keek says, stay hydrated, bot. I will, thank you for your concern. The robot will stay hydrated, you do not have to worry. Nice Do you have a soft spot for Omochao? Honestly, kind of. It's like so blatant and heavy-handed that it's like funny to me, you know? Hey. Unlucky. Keek says, I think we all just need a cute girl to tell us what's going on. Legit! You know how they sell, like, the fucking, like, the announcer and system voice DLCs for a lot of anime games? And you get to listen to fucking Mei try to pronounce Elfelt's name? I would pay, like, easy $10 to hear fucking Wagner tell me to stop mashing after every game. Give me that personalized instruction. That's just gonna make things harder for me later, unless somebody hits that. That was probably a mistake. These bridges make it really tough to avoid fucking well-placed trap items. There's enough people behind me that I can rely on, like, people at least trying to shoot this shit out sometimes, but... Hey, that actually did connect. I thought I'd misjudged the distance for sure. Uh-oh. This is the most dangerous place to be as a frontrunner on a high lap course. Passing the people who are having a bad day. Again. Let me out. Thank you. Oh yeah, I will mention. Hold on. This is something I appreciate, right? I had some extra stickers after, like, my trip to fucking Frosty Faustings, because, you know, I put all my fucking stickers on, like, my mini Buxton. Goes in the fucking hitbox. And also, at the fucking round 1 in Chicago, I encountered a card line for the first time in an English place. And so I immediately realized, okay, if I'm gonna be in a card line, I gotta make sure I know which card is mine. I am, like, disgustingly happy with the way this fits. It's so cozy! That's all. That's all I needed to draw your attention to. And I still need to find a place to fucking hang all this shit. Don't fuck with me, I have charms. Does this have slipstream? Nope! Mostly because the server's nearly at file limit as is, and I already had to squish a lot of my personal stuff into a single pack, which I dislike doing, so it makes it harder to maintain. But also because I just don't like slipstream very much. I think like a reserved implementation of boost stacking could fit really well with the game, and I think a lot of people would like... Well, I mean, a lot of people are clearly willing to accept, like, hey, I think this is how the mechanic should work. I'm willing to accept a little map breakage if it means... Wow! If it means it makes more intuitive sense to me. But, like, slipstream itself as a mechanic, the way it flattens a lot of interesting interactions between racers into Lamau drive behind them is not particularly fun to me. I don't know where that's going. Bill says, thumbtack board. I hung up all of mine earlier and it's beautiful. That's actually a really good idea. I also kind of like tagging cables that like I might be traveling with stuff. Might use one of the acrylics with like one of the fucking headphone jack charm bungees. Just because I keep getting my fucking phone confused with phrase for some reason. Ah, that line is so satisfying to hit. Can I shake the jaws? Yes, I can. Because I'm the best to ever live. Only if you're okay with losing them. I don't travel often, so... Tracy Sandy says, I have a hidden fear that slipstreaming makes cart worse because I swear every time I play a server with slipstreaming it's a bad time. I can't help but feel like it just clusters everyone. I kind of get that feeling as well. It's not something I've studied a lot since I don't often play with slipstream just because I don't like the way it changes individual interactions. But it wouldn't be hard for me to believe that, like... Okay, so if you're in first, you don't have to deal with people being on your ass. Like, if you've hit escape velocity, nothing threatens you from, like, an attacking items perspective. On the other hand, if you're in the pack with Slipstream, it's impossible for you to, like, break away from danger and chase first if the pack is effectively magnetizing to you. That's, like, my gut feeling about it. I haven't examined that a lot, like I said. I don't play on Slipstream a lot, and I definitely don't want to slander anybody who's trying interesting gameplay modifications. I think you should, like, play with it yourself and decide how you feel about it, but I do get, like, hey, why aren't you hosting Slipstream a lot? And that's my reason, I guess. I made a mistake taking the off-road instead of just capturing Grow Mini Turbo Speed on the fucking bounce pad. I wonder if I should do fucking server-specific backgrounds with, like, branding on them and shit. Maybe I could, like, update the comment pack at least and, like, throw up a Discord link on this background. I don't know. Am I a huge whore if I do that? Does that make me a gigantic whore? I'm trying to evaluate that for myself. Whore versus whore. Hey, alright! That was so blatant that I literally just thought it had to be a breakable wall, because there is no fucking signage for this shit at all. Okay, Karnov, we get it. One of the features coming to New Horn mod is local volume, where if you've heard somebody's horn for too long, the longer you continue to hear it, the like quieter it'll get. Like, it'll reduce in volume until, like, you still see them honking, but you can barely hear them. And then as they relax, they'll start rising in volume again. That's something I wasn't able to do previously because the functions for playing sounds at given volumes were actually broken. James fixed that after I complained about it in his vicinity. So, props to James. That was also, if you noticed, I believe release 1.3 still has a thing where engine sounds are extremely quiet in 16-player races. That's because that effect was actually bugged. Engine sounds are supposed to get quieter when a lot of players were around, but it never worked until now. And now that the fucking sound volume shit got fixed, it turns out that the effect was way too strong. So in Master, it's been tuned. If you're playing on an updated community build, it's likely that you're hearing engine sounds as they were originally intended. Oh yeah, does this just not have any checkpoints? What the fuck? Hey, that's not correct. You see how many people? Oh my god. When the SPB has 6 targets. Yes. Six checkpoints. Hell yeah. Certified Hood Classic. No waypoints, 6 checkpoints, hell yeah. Okay, Rico Harbor is just, like, ridiculous. I've actually been having a lot of fun with this one recently, even if the cycles are pretty tough. Kart's so good, man. This is just, like, a game that I can consistently come to and just log on and have a good time. Let me really quickly tab out and see how much RAM fucking Kart is using. Looks like 1.5 gigs. We'll see if that rises. I don't actually have an idea of what normal RAM usage is for this game. Like, I'm part of an increasingly less privileged group of people with 32 gigs RAM. Because an editor, if you're working with like high quality footage in large quantities, can easily use 16 gigs just by being open with all of your fucking footage loaded in. So a lot of memory concerns are just like not a real thing to me. It's not exactly... Okay, so some of you might be familiar with the musician Jacob Collier, who is mostly known for being a fucking insane genius. And I recently came across his PC specs, which were literally, I'm not making this number up, something along the lines of 560 gigabytes RAM. And I'm just sitting here like, so that's how you can do Logic sessions with 500 tracks and not immediately send your computer into the fucking stratosphere. I struggle a lot with, like, because I part of living the way that I want to live, where, for the most part, I never have to sell my time, and I get to spend my days doing the shit that I find interesting and satisfying while still managing to subsist in a capitalist hellscape. That involves living very, very frugally. That's just kind of the nature of what it is. I don't want to fucking waste money that other people are fucking giving me for continuing to be me, I guess. And so I always end up fighting with, like, I've always believed that comfort and coziness is a big part of, like, being able to work effectively. You should be comfortable with your tools. They shouldn't fucking distract you or slow you down. But at the same time, like, where is the cutoff for my machine is powerful enough? I have enough of X, I have enough of Y, my Z is fine. You know? And stuff calls. Because even with the spaceship I've got right now, there are still moments where it's like, nah, this particular operation could be faster. I'm fucking making proxies for a whole bunch of shitty H.264 footage. And it's taking me 5 minutes to fucking process 10 minutes of footage, and I'm like, what if this just took 1 minute instead? What if I do a big-ass project? Fucking Legend of Jojd, about my 20 loop run of One Step from Eden. That ended up, like, I ended up putting that aside just because working with that amount of footage was impossible, and the scope of the project was larger than I could maintain the enthusiasm for it when I was hitting roadblocks so frequently with regards to, like, workflow and shit. You know? Sucks to be excited about things, and then, like, they turn out to be so large that by the time you hit the meat of it, you're no longer excited about them anymore. That sucks major dick. Chris says, you are making tight beats in FL Studio. Jacob Collier is composing on IBM's Deep Blue. We are not the same. Yeah. Where it's like, even if I had unlimited cash, Like, if somebody handed me $100,000 and said, you can only spend this on setup improvements, you cannot take any of it home as, like, living expenses or anything, we will take everything you don't spend, I would still feel ridiculous getting a computer with 500 gigs of RAM. You know? Oh, God. I didn't even deploy. I'm fucking stupid. Having shitty laptops skewed my perception of what's reasonable amount of RAM to have in the modern day. Dude, I was on shitty laptops for so long. People who have been here for a long time remember me just, like, using a fucking boot-camped, like, fucking 2010 MacBook with, like, the default laptop microphone. And when we upgraded to, like, a Blue Yeti, which is, like, an okay but not fantastic microphone, it's like, and I should clarify, like, professional work, if you make a living with your voice as, like, an actor or something, don't use a fucking USB microphone. But, like, for my purposes, where I'm basically just a shitposter on the internet making fucking, just yelling about video games and making, like, extremely low production value videos, it was enough. It felt like such a significant jump that it was like, holy shit, I have no right to have something this nice, you know? The Blue Yeti is a $100 stainless steel toy. I hate that so many people know that sequence of words from the fucking Ouija Plays ripoff, because SBN3's How to Be an Online Voice Actor guides, which that video is blatantly plagiarized from, are actually, like, incredibly valuable. Not even necessarily, like, specifically for voice actors, but there's information in there about, like, just how to fucking, like, prepare a room for fucking recording and, like, what kind of hardware you should be looking at. It's just useful to have if you're looking into, like, maybe I should have a microphone. I made a new chapter recently. That's why it's been on my mind. I watched that. It's good. A lot of stuff like that is just continually reaffirming the idea to me that's like, I don't know if this is something I've heard echoed by a lot of people in my sphere, but I don't know how common it is outside of my fairly limited sphere of internet weirdness. Where, like, even if you have no fucking interest in a particular subject and you're not capable of understanding it, listening to someone articulate talk about something they're incredibly fucking skilled in, like they know a lot about, is like, that shit's crazy. It's awesome. I will listen to fucking, like, Nile Red talk about fucking chemistry processes that I can't even begin to correctly fathom. Or, like, SBN3 talk about fucking ADR when I have, like, no interest in filmmaking. Just because learning things is cool? Immersing yourself in someone's fucking interests and, like, sharing a bit of their headspace is neat. It's like, even if you're not getting a lot that feels tangible from it, like, I'll watch a fucking 40-minute chemistry video on YouTube and still not really understand, like, I have gained no practical knowledge of chemistry from this. I still feel like it can be useful to, like, exist in somebody else's head for a bit. This track is a fucking mess. And, just get a feel for how people think and how people approach large problems. You get a little bit of information by osmosis that might be useful to you and inform you on something later. Oh, that's not the end. I think the Watch for Rolling Rocks task video becoming so popular affirms that everyone enjoys learning about cool, complex stuff. See, Watch for Rolling Rocks in particular, it's like, it's really fucking esoteric. Like, video game tool-assisted speedrunning is one of those things where, like, there is a window of, like, social acceptability where you have to be, like, you have to be incredibly accepting of people's weird interests to consider that shit worth, like, paying attention to, I think. And that's not, like, me knocking on tasks. I fucking love that shit. I want to, like, learn how to do it myself at some point. But it's just, like, from what I've observed on, like, discourse on the internet at large, it's incredibly fucking, like, niche, and it's hard for people to extend their respect to it. And so you get people who are like genuinely interested in like, hey, even though this is like a super arbitrary challenge for a game that's a bazillion years old, and like I'll never be able to use any of the information in this video, it's still neat to fucking see this person talk about their process. And like maybe get a look at some of the internals of a game that I like. And then you get the other half of people who are just like watching the entire thing in disbelief that someone could ever care about that shit. And like just fucking quoting pieces from the video verbatim in like almost parody. And it's the latter half that makes me kind of uncomfortable. And I think, from what I understand, Pan and Coke felt the latter half a little bit more strongly than the former half after releasing the full Watch for Rolling Rocks video, where like the feeling of people turning you into a meme without being willing to genuinely engage with the shit that you've produced. It kind of sucks to have like shit you put out there completely genuinely like miss its target in that way. The push and pull as somebody who does like any kind of creative work, puts themselves out there in any way, with regards to like, oh, this is interesting. Oh, okay. The push and pull with regards to like, I need to make shit for myself and make the things that I consider valuable, and not allow like the fucking influence of my audience to dictate what I do or how I do it. But also like, how do I allow myself to improve if I don't accept external feedback? It's a dangerous balancing act that drives people fucking crazy, because you kind of have to find the answer for yourself based on what you want to get out of the process. This is actually conceptually a really cool gimmick, by the way. Like, what the fuck is going on with this? I think models are being affected by the color map differently because of like the way blends work. But I think, I'm actually not sure. The visuals I'm seeing here don't really make sense to me. Also, that shortcut doesn't make sense. Like, I'd be interested to know how this is, like, done on a technical level. Because, like, it's clearly, like, there's something super heavy happening in fucking screen space. Because, like, even the HUD, even, like, hit feed and shit, has been crushed to, like, red and black. But, like, models, even though they don't seem to be correctly affected by the filter, are still appearing red, and I'm wondering if that means it's also setting player color. Naka says, something I learned when teaching is that we're not teaching you because the information is going to be useful or necessary, but because it increases the breadth of knowledge that you know exists at all. I think it's a good take. That, like, thinking about that immediately softens, like, my reflexive knee-jerk at, like, why are we teaching these esoteric subjects so in-depth in high school when most people will never need the knowledge or retain it? Because it's like, it's about, like, the process of, like, being able to learn as much as, like, the actual knowledge you retain, I think. There's still no water in here, damn it. There's a little bit. And because I think definitely one of the most dangerous things in the world, like, people who don't know shit, if they know they don't know shit, generally don't fuck up the world and cause problems. People who don't know shit and don't know that they don't know shit are fucking dangerous. Shark says, even if you're not going into a science field, teaching people it's not magic is good. Yeah, for sure. Increasing overall faith in science is apparently something that, like, particularly the US fucking needs right now, of people refusing to fucking get vaccinated or wear masks. You know? And it's like, there's something to the idea of reducing the opacity of those sorts of things and teaching people that it's not fucking wizard shit. It's not something you have to take on blind faith. Like, things like math and science can be observed and are, like, real. Which is a crazy concept to even, like, believe you have to address, coming from the perspective of someone with a decent education. But, like, man, I hope people don't take this lightly, and I don't mean to snip at any particular, like, I don't mean to snip at broad groups of people, but I hope people I hope people understand what I'm saying when I say that, like, if you're homeschooled in Alabama, there's such a good chance that you're just fucked. Like, think about how bad you can start off if things that we take for granted is like, nah, functioning people know this. And it turns out that not everybody does. Things can be so fucking difficult for you, you know? This is still a cart stream. Holy fuck. GG Zeeb. Oh. So, you ready for a weird segue? Let's talk about the fucking Minecraft speedrun cheating statistics paper. How many of y'all hear about that? Oh god. Jesus. Okay, so it seems like a lot of people heard about this. And yes, there's a paper. A lot of people saw the video. Not a lot of people, like fewer people, either noticed or retained the information that the video is a companion piece to a, like, full-ass statistics paper discussing, like, the Java pseudo-random number generator and, like, how it is fucking the correct ways to account for things like the stopping rule. Because I think, like, one of the first things in that video is, like, hey, this is a companion piece to our fucking gigantic paper which we wrote. Because, like, so the takeaway from the situation, for those who may not have heard about it, is that a Minecraft speedrunner, over the course of a couple different streams and a whole bunch of runs, turns out to have, like, way better luck statistically than you're supposed to on two particular random drop items that are really important to the speedrun route. And, like, taken on its face, just in terms of, like, you do similar calculations to, like, alright, flip a coin 100 times, what's the chance you get at least 70 heads? Just doing the super basic math like that, it comes out on the order of, like, the odds that anybody could, like, get that luck. It's in, like, the several hundred trillions. And so, this paper and the companion video go over a lot of shit, explaining, like, alright, so, just because, let's, like, luck happens to people. Let's make sure that we've accounted for all fucking biases, that we're not, like, misrepresenting this data. They go through a lot of stuff like, okay, well, we're just looking at 2 items. What if this guy's luck was completely normal on, like, every other random drop item in the game? Shouldn't we take that into account as well? Sure, let's fucking cut the whole thing by, like, a factor of 100. Well, doesn't the guy fucking stop streaming when he gets lucky because, like, he got his fucking personal best or whatever? Okay, sure, so we'll account for that as well. And the end result is a likelihood in either the billions or trillions, I believe it's trillions, that anyone in the Minecraft speedrunning community could ever get that kind of luck with any combination of 2 random drop items. Thalia is saying 7.5 trillion, 1 in 7.5 trillion chance that anyone in the community could ever get similar luck with any combination of items. Which is, like, a pretty generalized and strong way to make the claim. And yet, with that explained, people are like, well, it's not impossible. And of course, the runner in question himself fucking disputes the claim and hires his own statistician to do, like, math that turns out to be completely bogus and still doesn't exonerate him. And ultimately, nothing will probably happen to this guy because he's got a gigantic YouTube following, isn't mainly known for speedrun content. And in general, nothing is gonna happen to him, and it probably just increased his fucking bottom line by, like, putting his name up there in search rankings or whatever. But, like, people who are presented with 1 in 7.5 trillion chance that this result could have occurred legitimately with any combination of random items to anyone who speedruns Minecraft. And people are like, well, you don't know that. That's just your interpretation of the data. Well, it's not impossible. Because, like, the idea that an objective answer can be determined doesn't make sense to them. Because math isn't a science at which you arrive at objectively correct answers, it's magic. Oh yeah, and his insane fans fucking doxed him for unrelated reasons, I believe. It's one of those things where, like, if you guys remember the fucking "He Will Not Divide Us" flag, and how, like, 4chan was, like, using fucking star charts and had people, like, driving around areas making noise to fucking geolocate a whole bunch of fucking, like, fucking art pieces with no information other than a static camera shot of the fucking sky. It's kind of like that, where this guy uploads, like, a single photo, like, in the general area of where they fucking live, and has, like, a full docs on them, their place of work, and their entire family in, like, 10 minutes. That shit's terrifying. Like, regardless of whether you cheat at video games or not, that shouldn't happen to anyone. I hope everything goes alright for the guy. Like I said, if I recall, an equally likely probability was winning the lottery and then immediately going out, playing a game of poker, and getting a royal flush on hand one. Wow. Arthur says, they got his personal information from somebody looking at a certain item in his kitchen, I believe. Actually, that's fucked up. Like, I've had to be careful of that in the past before because, like, you take a photo that contains, like, a particular generic brand of cereal that is only carried at, like, local chains in, like, your city, you've narrowed down the search space enormously just by doing that. Like, a lot of guides regarding, like, protecting online identity detail a lot of stuff, like, fucking, never mention the weather where you are, because people can compile that information and compare with archives and stuff like that. It's like a nightmare. Regarding the fucking speedrunning cheating shit, by the way, here's how, if you cheated at a video game by modifying drop rates, you can get away with that. You can get away from that situation without having your reputation completely destroyed. Here's how it goes. I didn't cheat. However, I recognize that statistically, it appears that there's no way this can be achieved legitimately. And because there have to be proof standards in this kind of thing, otherwise basically everybody is encouraged to go edit their rates to achieve similar luck to the luck that I achieved, I accept your rejection of my run. I will continue running, and I'd like to work with people to figure out what could possibly have caused this. You are off scot-fucking-free at that point. He said exactly that on Twitter, by the way. Well, after fucking slandering the mod team for a week. Heem says, I've been thinking since the whole debacle started, why not modify the odds, like, slightly? See, the thing is, I think the guy probably thought what he was doing was modifying the odds slightly. And what sucks is that based on my understanding of the way the run works, getting more drops of those items doesn't really meaningfully increase, like, it doesn't make your runs faster. It just increases the number of runs that actually make it out of, like, do I have enough of this item to proceed? Like, it just reduces the amount of runs that brick purely to RNG. And, like, if you're super good at the run, it's totally fucking understandable that you'd be unbelievably frustrated by, like, the number of runs that just die because you don't get X item or Y item on your random chance. Because, like, the standards of a game that's run as fucking often as Minecraft, that is as popular as, like, popular speed games are, mean that you have to be both good and lucky to compete for world records. You might have to be really, really fucking lucky. And so if you believe you can execute on the run, and that all you're doing by modifying your drop rates is reducing the amount of bullshit random grind that you have to do to, like, actually be allowed to perform, then, like, obviously cheating is super fucking tempting in that scenario. Like, what the fuck? I'd be tempted. I'd probably just stop running, but, like, I'd be tempted. Yeah, from what I understand, fucking 1.16 runners are super fucking pissed off about the category as a whole as well. Although my understanding is that there's a new strategy that basically involves, like, fucking bypassing the RNG to an extent by just acquiring a ludicrous amount of gold in a very efficient way. You just fucking, like, alright, runs over if I don't get a village, enter the nether. Alright, runs over if I don't get a fucking fortress. And so instead of, like, going off the fucking results of the trades, instead you end up with, like, alright, I will literally brute force this shit to get what I want, as long as these relatively common conditions occur. Geek says, the funniest RNG determines if this run is worth it thing I've ever seen is world record Battle Garega scoring. I think I have some idea of what you're talking about, but don't remember the specifics. Is the fucking birds trick random? Is that what I'm thinking of? This is a cooler range, by the way. The bird patterns are RNG. Okay, that's what it is, yeah. You have activated the Mega Man sensors. I really thought that was on target. Shit. Oh, I'm going backwards, the fuck? Oh, that's super unfriendly. You like how someone's just promoting their Twitch channel, by the way? Oh, I don't mind it. Like, it's not in a disruptive way. Like, okay, you got your fucking Twitch channel in your name, whatever. I give it like a 2 out of 10 on the horse scale. Where it's like, you're not being disruptive. I don't think the click-through rate is particularly high, but, like, you're not fucking disrupting other people's shit. Goodbye. Ah, shit. I keep forgetting to actually replace my models, because I don't really play on vanilla servers anymore, like, at all. But I still have the model that puts Jack's Eve model over Jack's Shadow model, because they have the same stats, and I play Shadow a lot in vanilla servers. Or I used to, back when there was a reason to host a vanilla server. Oh god, last turn? No! Fuck. That's unfortunate. Real Battle says, I hate usernames that just promote. Can be as bad as pushing your SoundCloud. I think there's a scale to it. It's not something I do these days, but I feel like there's a sliding scale of tolerance. Alright, I'm gonna fucking refill my water before I fuck up my throat. Catch y'all in a moment! Hey, wait, that's the same as the last one. My fucking ass hurts. Kettlebell squats are Satan. So, like, I kind of want to get back into speedrunning. I flirted with it for a while, but, like, never really found like a game that really stuck with me as like, no, I can play this for this specific goal for 500 years. It does make me wonder. Something I wanted to do a while back, actually, was a in-game split plugin for SRB2 cart. Just instead of having to use live split, because the official timing for like the speedrun.com boards now uses IGT anyway, just doing a fucking entirely Lua splitter. I figured it would be kind of a large project when I conceived of it, and didn't really feel motivated to work on it because at the moment I'm not submitting runs to that board. But like, after doing some work on SPB Attack Deluxe and like learning about how there are like some really nice fucking libraries for file IO available from like SRB2 Vanilla Lua. And so I think it'd actually be a lot easier than I initially estimated. So it comes down to, like it did when I was approached about like porting the damage parser to FIESTA North America. Fuck up on last turn again, by the way. It would come down to whether I'd be using it personally. And like, I'd like to get some healthy competition going for fucking Ultrax single segment. That's more compelling to me than Record Attack is by a long shot. Maybe it's only because it's less optimized right now, and so like the reset threshold is way, 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 way higher, but, you know. Chris says, local Hades speedrunner? Hey, maybe. I still need to work on fucking Heat Prog in that game. Maybe I'll stream it later this week. Fucking that game frustrates me unbelievably with like fucking the resource grind though. Like I just want to have a maxed fucking mirror. Please just fuck off. I've beaten the game a billion times. Please just give me all the skills without having to fucking juggle respecs. Why can you get so many fucking charges of Fated Authority? Oh. Okay. What's going on? By the way, this is a full 15-player game, where the server gimmick is literally just, it's all the tracks, Lamau. Anyone can get a net game going. I just want to make that abundantly clear. It's very dark. Is this a music conflict, or is this the actual music this is using? Super Mario Course. So maybe that's the real shit. Oh. No, not my credit. That's pretty cute. I can't fucking see anything. Are you serious? What is this? What is this item set spacing, by the way? Gigantic droughts and then 2 sets within 3 fucking seconds of each other. Oh, huh, okay. Interesting. This just looks like a better path to me. With this set? What a shit post. On normal speed, you might actually get to impact the outcome of the race with those. Ugh. Why does the map turn into Silent Hill when you go indoors? Fucking XD. Tabbing around for a bit here. Oh hey, there's some people in this channel. Hello, broadcast channel people. What is this? Hello, it's me, the Contrarian. That vote EB there. It was the best part of the fucking track I could find. Because it doesn't really have like a proper conclusion. It is just kind of a fade out breakdown type deal. I'm pretty happy with it. Oh. I'll take tested on normal speed for 200, Alex. Oh my god! What the fuck is this? If this server stays up, I configured this as a permanent server. This isn't just like an event gimmick. I do want to host this permanently. But if we get any more maps, I've realized that I'm going to have to start cutting character packs or like shit like hit feed. What the fuck? Huh? What the fuck could possibly have caused that? Oh. Cool shortcut. That's a window, I guess. I bumped into it twice now. No. Bonk. 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 Oh. I lost my MT for that? Oh yeah, the checkpoints on here are also, like, spectacularly bad, I guess. Let's see. 12? Eh. It's on the low side, but, like, doesn't seem unreasonable on its face. And the silhouette effect would be cool if it, like, looked intended. Could use that in, like... Y'all ever play the fucking Flash game Shift? That series of games? I don't feel confident in myself being able to explain it, but that exact visual style would look fucking cool with that effect. Just pure ass fucking black and white. God, we somehow made it back to Flash games. Fucking kill me. Warn, temp visuals broken. I see. Oh! Oh dear! Oh dear lord! Hell yeah. Let's see how crazy it gets when I try to pass people. Oh, can I just... I suppose I can? I just wasn't sure where I was going. That fucking lead is cozy as hell. Definitely don't feel like I'm gaining on anyone. That's pretty excellent. See, because Jaws rely on placement data to determine who they're allowed to target. You can't hard lock with a Jaws on somebody who's behind you. Except the game only knows behind you in terms of placements, so if placements are fucked up, then Jaws will just... gone. Kinda beautiful. Alright, I can feel my energy flagging for a little bit, so let me... the usual. Is it weird that this has started to feel cozy? This is a good L-horn too. It's one of my favorites for sure. That's not gonna hit anybody. That's getting punted. Oh! I thought that was the fucking mine at first, until I realized it was a ball hog. Get your fat ass out of the way. No, I didn't get my red. That just slowed me down substantially. Oh god. Okay, it's fucked now. I just gotta salvage what I can. One shoe. And single shoe. Well, can't win them all. Even the champ has bad days. Oh. Even the champ has the worst day ever. Where would I be without my chat, TBH? I can't decide whether it's actually fast or not. I feel like I can't find a... Oh my goodness. No, you drift toward the wrong way. Why do I try hard on this course harder than anything else tonight? Give me my fucking space! Oh my goodness. I will accept the podium. Trends rights, good night. Race car takes flight and jumps a fence.